Loving it. Tech support's on there. I don't know what they're doing. Doing something. Anyway, so we're talking about Whitmire over in Michigan, and burning records, COVID-19 records, thinking they're going to get away with it. Oh, we burned them. We don't know what we did with them. As the bimbo, there she is, moving down the road, trying to do something. Another one file in the F-46 file. Yeah, here we go. We froze up again. Now we froze up again. Why? Oh, well, I don't know why we're freezing, but we are. I'm sorry, people. Those of you who are struggling through this with me, trust me, and I'm struggling. But anyway, Whitmire, apparently, she's going to do what she wants to do. And if they shut that gas pipeline down coming into Michigan, I'm going to tell you, it's probably not going to be a pretty sight. But you never know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't calling for nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. Let's see what we got here. Do we got any good music we can play? Here, this is appropriate. Yeah. Let's see. This one's coming out of the Beltway. This was back in October. I just been sitting around and just never got to it. But it's appropriate. What's this right here? Okay, here we go. I'm just saying. JJ's just saying. There are Democrats roaming the streets freely. Do you know where your children are? Does that seem to be a resound? No. The Democratic Party as a party would never have this in their bylines or their bylaws. Daniel Ray Greene, 67, was sentenced to 2 years in prison after pleading guilty to a felony charge of taking liberty with an underage boy. Oh, a boy, a little boy, your little boy. And I will say, Democrat or Republican, there's a bunch of nuts running around out there. Not only had Greene been the leader of the Catawba County Democratic Party, but he also served as a judge in the Catawba County Superior Court. I tell you, somebody in Wisconsin a while back. Here we go. We're freezing up again. I'll tell you. Somebody in the Wisconsin juvenile court system was caught with little boy pictures, apparently. And he was a judge telling parents and children what to do and where to go. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I got to take a break. I've been on about an hour. That's almost too long. Sometimes I just can't take it.
Uh-oh. 2 independent thought alarms in one day.
Yeah.
Everything that guy just says, bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Everything's freezing up. I don't have a clue what's going on, tech support. If you're watching, I'm sitting here frozen. Yep. I don't know why. I'm saying I'm not dropping anything, but I'm freezing. So you tell me. There's no audio there. You're not supposed to be there. So I'm just come on. There we go. Come on. Yep. The intricacies of technology. Don't you love it? Here's a quickie, another one coming out of the Beltway, not out of the East Coast. Facebook employee built app that, oh boy, looks at illegal voting. Facebook, how are you doing, boys? What's going on? First of all, let me say that they have not furnished proof that cheating occurred because of this application that was developed by Facebook. The app was not discovered by a voter, or was discovered by a voter integrity group in Wisconsin known as Wisconsin Hot. I don't know. Rubenstein was working with a Racine clerk when it happened. He put out an FOIA disclosure and found, I should put this up on the other screen, and I will. This show is kind of mishmash together. If you look at this, there is this is an actual request for a tracking app to get a copy of it, and he did. So, it's getting to the stage where I'm not sure what's going out the door to the show and not going out to the store. But I'm going to say, the information that was posted at www.hotgovernment.com was through this investigation. Hot tells us that in September 2021, received part of a records request from the city of Racine. From the emails, Racine, Wisconsin County Clerk Tara Coolidge sends a city of Racine ballot and envelope to Michael Rubenstein to develop a tracking app with a former Facebook designer, Ari Steinberg. This app would gather information from Wisconsin Vote in real time as to who voted and who did not. So, and this is interesting because I think it was 2 election cycles ago, maybe. I think 2. I went and voted, did my patriotic duty, and I think I was number 1 at the polls that year, too, because I was kind of proud of it. And Wisconsin Votes, you can go there and chat and check how you put in your name and address, I think. Well, I forget what it is. I don't think you need your Social Security number, which you shouldn't. But it said, and my ballot, I think the next day or something, I went and checked to see how the voting went in my little community of Lake Wish I Be Gone. And I found out I hadn't voted. My vote hadn't counted. Now that's interesting. Isn't it? I use the slang here. But so there's people out there doing this stuff, and you want to go, you, the people, want to go and make us more dependent on this computer, which is failing miserably here for me. Speaking of my old friends, Judicial Watch, records coordinated that shows that there is a coordinated effort to advance critical race theory initiatives in Loudoun County. Can't make it up. I stay up late at night and I keep imagining all this stuff. And guess what? I can't come up with stuff. I can't come up with it. So I don't know whatever it is that they're drinking or smoking, but sometimes I wish I could get some. See, this critical race theory. I'm telling you, get in touch with some local people. You got to know. Ask around. It doesn't. You don't have to say what position you are, either pro or con. Just ask around to see if there's any kind of things going on in your community that you can partake in, and go talk to your neighbors. So one thing in America today, we have forgotten how to do is talk, agree to disagree going in. Doesn't matter it matters what your position is, but not in the sense of a conversation. You have to talk about what's going on in your life. Obviously, we all need our escape places, our little safe places where, we don't talk about certain things. That's fine. You got to have that escape. And I know in my little circle, in my world, I do kind of violate those rules once in a while, but because of what I do here, I'm kind of immersed in, well, let's call it the swamp, for lack of a better term. And it's funny. No, it's not funny. It's actually disheartening that I get the same exact news feeds that every major network television station gets. And I understand that if all you do is this, and I'll tell you why I do this, it becomes a radical whatever. And you're supposed to have a blend of, feel-good stuff, stuff that makes you chuckle.
The president has a big stick. I promise you.
Did you hear that one?
The president has a big stick. I promise you.
If you can't chuckle a little bit at that one, I don't know what else.
Hello, operator. Give me the number for 911.
You got to have that little lightheartedness in the scheme of news. Yet, to never touch on things that not to make them bylines or what they call back page news with stuff that's very important. And yeah, this is important for people to understand, number one, what it is, and then potentially what it's going to do, if anything, to the world as the world and or our country, my country, your country. You have to understand the stuff that goes on. And I get it. You're working hard. Everybody just wants to go to work, raise their families, have a vacation time. I get it. I get the American dream. Been there, done that. This is, and here, this is just a stack of stuff that's been sitting here because I've been off the air for a couple of weeks doing personal things and or techie things. But here's a little story coming out of the UK. Plan for UK coal mine brings hope to some and horrors to others. Welcome to life. You good stuff, bad stuff, And if you only believe it can only be good, you have a rude awakening in life. You're going to make it very hard for yourself to live a good life because good means that there's evil. And if you admit, oh yeah, it's always good to behave, rainbows and cupcakes. But guess what? Right there's a whole stack of things that are going on that people you've sent somewhere to do a job ain't doing their job, or they figure they can do a little something extra. This is coming out of Whitehaven, England, on the AP. In the patchwork of hills, lakes, and sea that make up England's northwest corner, most people see beauty. And there you have it. It is. Like Lake Wish I Be Gone. It's actually, right, I'm looking out the window right now at the lake. It's calm as glass. I look at the western side of the lake. It's the shades of brown and gray because there's no green leaves over there anymore. But guess what? It's literally, the lake is like glass, and I see two sets of shores, one real and one as a reflection. It's gorgeous. I love it. Makes my day when I look at it. The coal mine where 74-year-old once worked and has since long closed. The chemical factory that employed thousands is gone. The nuclear power plant is being decommissioned. To Craddock, a plan for a new coal mine would bring hundreds of jobs and is a sign never mind tech support. You're not where you need to be. Is a sign that at least someone's interested in the area and an opportunity, quote, for people who have got mining in their blood. And it's true. There's this whole green thing going on with the fossil fuels. But you know something? A resource is a resource. It should be managed. I'll give you that. But environmentalists view the proposed mine with horror. I'm sure, what's her name? The little, 10-year-old. spokesperson is upset. She's probably going to have a heart attack. Better have a doctor with her, or an EMT anyway. They say it sends a disastrous message as the United Kingdom welcomes world leaders, advocates, diplomats, and scientists to Glasgow, Scotland for a United Nations Climate Change Conference. There you go, United Nations. Well, they got their butts in this thing for. They're supposed to be, never mind, another story which we talked about. The UK set itself out as a leader. It's building a coal mine, which is the most polluting thing that you can do. Rebecca Willis, a professor of energy and climate governance at Lancaster University, said it sends a signal to the rest of the world that the UK isn't actually serious. So there you go. You got jobs on one hand, you got the environment on the other hand. I don't have an answer because I do like my car and my truck. Mm-hmm. And I don't care for sniffing Joe's $5 a gallon. Not at all. And you want to know why? Because I really never read tweets at midnight. So it didn't matter to me. But this is the yin-yang of life right there. And I'm not even going to go into this one because this is old news, I think. But it is. Anyway, let's see if I can play the video and get the heck out of here. I don't even know what I want to play today. Because I'm afraid I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit the wrong button. Anyway, for now, God, yeah, what a full hour. I want to wish you all well. God bless. Take care of each other. And agree to disagree when you go into it. Blah, blah. And you hit the enter button. Yes, believe in what you believe in. And stand firm on it. And don't let the libtards win. You can't let them win. So anyways, we'll see if this is going to work or not. God bless. We'll see you next week. Ain't going to work. No. Well,
I remember a teacher that I had. Now, I went through the 7th grade. I went to the 7th grade. And I left home when I was 10 years old because I was hungry. And I used to, this is true. I work in the summer and I go to school in the winter. But I had this one teacher. He was the principal of the Harrison School in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, this was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we were all reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day. And he walked over, this little old teacher. Mr. Laswell was his name. Mr. Laswell, he says, he says, I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity, allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. United. That means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states. 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose. All divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose. And that's love for country. And to the republic, a state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people. And it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation, and justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance: under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?